along with the first Spider-Man film and the best Spider-Man cartoon, the animated series, being my first exposures to the character of Spider-Man. One show that stuck out to me the most as a child who just became a fan of the character was SpiderMan, the new animated series, an MTV show that was a loose continuation of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1. And while today the show has become a cult classic, with those hoping for a season 2 to this day, and others thinking that the show was one of the worst adaptations of the character, Spider-Man, the new animated series, can be looked at as one of the most underrated superhero cartoons or one of the worst. Personally, I haven't seen the show since I was younger, but I do remember enjoying it, although I think if I go back and rewatch it today, I may not be the biggest fan of the show, given the animation style and the weird characters featured throughout the show. I mean, seriously, who the hell looks at these characters and instantly identifies them as Spider-Man villains? But while many love the one-off MTV show for what it was, the series almost went in a completely different direction during production that would not only have changed Spider-Man cartoons at the time, but most likely one of the worst Spider-Man shows would cease to exist, at least by title. Early into production for the show, the original pitch was meant to be an animated adaptation of the Ultimate Spider-Man comics, similar to what we eventually saw with the Ultimate Spider-Man video game, where the property would have been centered around the world built by Mark Bagley and Brian Michael Bendis, which is exactly what the garbage Ultimate Spider-Man TV show that came out years later should have been about. I mean, a toast Spider-Man and Harry Osborn as Venom? What a ridiculous idea. And in fact, not only do we know that the series was supposed to be a faithful adaptation to the comics, but some early concept art for the series from Jeff Matsuda features an art style similar to Bagley's comic artwork. Now, it appears some of the artwork I'll be sharing was supposed to be for the new animated series, but come on, there's no denying that this Spider-Man looks exactly like Bagley's. More importantly, Rhino would have been a stoner in the series. Overall, the villains in these concepts look pretty basic as far as they go. However, one piece of art features a Spider-Man 2 inspired fight between Doc Ock and Spidey, which is cool to see. I was also sent these artworks for the video, but I'm unsure how legitimate they are considering it was not featured on the Spider-Man the new animated series webpage. Now you might be asking yourself, Ronnie, if the original idea for the series was meant to be an adaptation of the Ultimate Comics, then why was it scrapped? Well, the reasoning for that is due to the success of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. With how popular the film was, the studio decided to rework their idea into a series that loosely follows the world set by Sam Raimi, and this can be seen in the first episode of the series when it's mentioned that Spider-Man killed Norman Osborn, and even the opening credits feature a font style similar to Sam Raimi's. And that's basically the story about how a planned Ultimate Spider-Man TV show turned into Spider-Man the new animated series. Personally, I would have preferred an Ultimate Spider-Man adaptation since the villain selection would have been better than the final show, and maybe the show could have played into the eventual game's story. I'm also a fan of how Peter Parker Spider-Man looks in these concept arts. Like I said, it looks almost identical to Bagley's Spider-Man, who is my favorite Spider-Man artist. And before ending the video, I want to say thank you to Ultimate Spider-Boy for sending me these concept arts for this video, making this possible. His social media link will be in the description, and thank you once again for sending this. So let me know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on the video, and would you prefer an Ultimate Spider-Man TV show over the new animated series? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, follow my social medias, hit the like button, and I will see you guys again in my next video.